Hey guys, I get so many questions in my DMs, so we thought we'd put together a top 5 question and answer. My husband has put the questions together, so I'm not sure what's coming my way. I'm going to read them out loud to you and then give you the answers. Are you single? No, I'm not. I get this a lot, actually. I'm happily married. I've been married for 11 years. I've got a wonderful husband and 2 beautiful children, and I'm not looking for anyone else. How big is your farm? Well, terribly sorry to inform you, but we're not on a farm. A lot of people think that we live on a farm, but we don't. It's a small holding, and we actually live in town, believe it or not. We found a piece of land that's between 2.5 and 3 hectares. It was a huge miracle, and it's basically a Masasa forest that we live in. It's the most beautiful place to live, and we love it, and we cherish it, but we are not on a farm. I've never said that we live on a farm. I might refer to farming rabbits, or, I'm going to go farm in my garden, but no, we don't live on a farm. Can I come and visit you? Oh my goodness. This is what I get asked almost every day at the moment. I get DMs left, right, and center saying, can I come visit you? Can I come live on your property? Can you give me a portion of your property? I really like you. Please, can you have me to stay? Or I'm passing through Marandera. Tell me where you live and I'm coming to visit. Or I live in Marandera. Please, can I come and visit? The bottom line is no. All of my answers say that our home is not open to the public because it's just that. This is our home, this is our safe place, and we only invite people in who we know and trust. And whilst you might be an amazing person and hugely trustworthy, I don't know that. So unless you're invited, no, you can't come and live with me. Can you find me land to buy? Oh yes. Must be the second most frequent question I get. No, I'm not a real estate agent. No, I'm not connected to anyone with land who is selling land or bargaining with land. Us finding this property was a pure miracle. It was an act of God in our lives. And so, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't connect you to people who are selling their land. How did you find out about your son's gluten intolerance? Well, that's a long story that needs to be made short. Bottom line is, we found out through blood testing. But there was a much longer story before we got to that point, and it involved a lot of constipation and gut pain for my son. And it started right from 2 weeks old. He showed signs, but as a newborn, you're told, and rightfully so, you're told that most of these things sort themselves out. And he had a terrible brush with pneumonia and was hospitalized at 6 weeks old, which was actually brought on by constipation, which meant that his intestines were so constipated or so full of poo that they had pushed the lungs up, made them vulnerable, and he had caught pneumonia. So pneumonia took center stage when actually what was showing signs of being a problem was that he was constipated, and it was because of gluten. But he was put on lactose intolerant formula, or formula for lactose intolerant people. And that masked a lot of it for a very long time because it took away a lot of the inflammation. And I'm not going to go into that explanation about how lactose intolerance and gluten intolerance are intertwined. But yeah, that's basically what happened, is that he was on this formula that masked the gluten intolerance until he was old enough to be eating pasta and corn and oats and all of those things. And suddenly it flared up because we were reducing the formula and replacing it with these carbohydrates. And then we needed to investigate because he was so constipated and in so much pain and that much older, so that there was a bad association with defecating. And so, yeah, we did a whole colon examination in the hospital, and just to make sure that it wasn't a bodily function that was an issue, and it everything was clear with that. And then through bloods, it came out very clearly, very convincingly. All of his inflammation markers were sky high, and it was gluten.